Acquiring a top centre-forward who would be able to make a difference in the attack instead of Kylian Mbappe will be among PSG's main goals for next summer. Luckily, the club has identified a priority option for this position. The Red and Blues bosses prefer Newcastle forward Alexander Isak to be at the spearhead of the attack. The Swedish footballer perfectly matches the profile Luis Enrique wants to see up front. However, Isak will cost a lot of money, with the tune estimating its size at 85 million euros. Real Madrid are actively monitoring Valencia centre-back Jarek Gonziorowski. After the incident with Yamal's father, the footballer's grandmother has been receiving death threats from criminals. She had to leave her current home due to safety concerns. Chelsea are set to sell centre-back Alex Disasi in January. He is not part of Enzo Maresca's plans. "I can't take it anymore. I've decided to finally retire from professional football. I've been in this situation for 4 years. It's weird, it's getting more and more continuous, more intense. It's complicated. When you finish a game, I haven't been able to talk for 2 or 3 days, which becomes complicated." Jesus Navas shared. Real Madrid are undefeated for 38 consecutive La Liga matches. Their last loss was against Atletico Madrid back on September 24th last year. Scouts from Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona are following Mason Greenwood's progress at Marseille. OGC Nice have recorded the biggest Liga 1 win in their history, hammering AS Saint-Etienne with a score of 8-0. Enzo Maresca is the first manager to win their opening 3 Premier League away games in charge since Pep Guardiola. Liverpool could acquire Juventus centre-back Gleison Bremer as a replacement for Virgil van Dijk in case the latter leaves the club. Dominic Solanke scored his first goal for Tottenham Hotspur against Brentford. Liverpool want to sell Kostas Tsimikas and buy left-back Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth as a replacement. Bayern have finally accepted the fact that they will not be able to keep Alphonso Davies in the squad. The Canadian superstar's contract expires in the summer of 2025, and he already has a preliminary agreement with Real Madrid. There is currently no chance that Davies will renew his deal with Girardin. Still, according to the source, Alphonso's arrival at the Spanish club will not affect Ferland Mendy's future. You see, Los Blancos are planning to extend the contract with the Frenchman. Davies will compete with Mendy for a place in the starting 11, though Fran Garcia will have to look for a new club. Mikhailo Mudryk is desperate to leave Chelsea in the winter to get more consistent game time. Manchester City intend to open talks with Ederson regarding a new contract in the coming weeks. His current deal expires in the summer of 2026. Trent Alexander-Arnold has made an offer to buy Liga 1 side FC Nantes through a London-based investment firm. After the collapse of Victor Osimhen's transfer, Chelsea are still hoping to bring a super forward to Stamford Bridge. As of now, the London team is gonna turn their attention to Inter's top performer Lautaro Martinez. That said, Chelsea cannot afford a full-fledged move for the Argentine due to financial difficulties. Instead, the club is ready to offer Inter one of its players as a swap, for example, Mikhailo Mudryk, Carney Chukwuemeka, or Benoit Badiashile. However, Nerazzurri have no intention of parting ways with Lautaro right now. Juventus are looking to buy Lille's top scorer Jonathan David in the winter. The price tag will be only 12.5 million euros, since he will have 6 months left on his contract. Reigning European champions Real Madrid will play the final of the International Cup, which will replace the Club World Cup on December 18th in Doha, Qatar. Carlo Ancelotti stated that it's almost impossible to replace Toni Kroos. However, Real Madrid will try to do it by bringing in another German. In the summer of 2025, there will be a fierce competition for Bayer star Florian Wirtz. The player's father assures that Florian is not in talks with anyone, but the big clubs will be very persistent. Aside from Real Madrid, Man City and Liverpool are also keen on recruiting Wirtz. Yet, in order to secure his services, the Merengues will have to set its own record. Bayer will not let their star go for less than 150 million euros. Manchester United left-back Tyrell Malacia has returned to the first-team training after being sidelined for an extended period due to injury. Bologna centre-back Sam Boakema is on the radar of top clubs from Italy and England. Lots of clubs are monitoring the progress of PSV's Yuri Schouten, including Barcelona. His price is valued at 30 to 35 million euros. Brentford are just the second team in the Premier League history to score in the first minute of back-to-back games, along with Man City in February 2019. I don't regret joining Barca. At the end, I played for one of the biggest teams in the world. I fulfilled one of my childhood dreams of playing for Barca and wearing that badge, İlkay Gündoğan said. Manchester United are considering an option to bring in Massimiliano Allegri if the team does not make progress with Erik ten Hag. Former Real Madrid forward Luka Jovic will leave AC Milan in the winter. He wants to stay in Serie A. Barcelona have reached an agreement to renew the contract of Fermin Lopez for a 5-year deal, but it won't be official until the club returns to the 1-to-1 rule. Newcastle United are exploring the possibility of securing the services of 18-year-old Sindre Wale Egli from FC Nordsjælland, who is being called the next Erling Haaland. It took Nicolas Jackson 18 minutes to deliver the second fastest brace in Chelsea's Premier League history. Didier Drogba's record is 17 minutes. Bayern have scored 20 goals in the past 3 matches in all competitions. Sporting striker Victor Gyökeres is showing absolutely abnormal results in Portugal, so in the summer of 2025, he will definitely end up in a top club. Interestingly enough, this club could be Barcelona, who are already looking for options to replace the aging Robert Lewandowski. Acquiring Gyökeres, however, will be extremely difficult, with Sporting wanting 100 million euros for his services. That's why the elite Premier League clubs such as Arsenal are considered to be the favorites in the race for Gyökeres.